kit tonight. I like
for giving us that information.
Well, Pete, the information right now is clear. It's the 50-lap dash for cash for the Twisted Tea Outlaw Open Modifieds. John McKennedy won the last race, starting on the pole in this one as they come to turns 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air.
McKennedy, who starts up front, tries to rock it away from the rest of the field down the backstretch. McKennedy looking to lead lap number 1. Matt Swanson settles into the second spot, and Ronnie Williams for third, as McKennedy will lead lap number 1.
Down the back where they go. McKennedy out front. Swanson in the number 2 spot. Ronnie Williams in third. Keith Rocco and Mikey Flynn settle there as the top 5 early on as they come off turn number 4. We saw the last time the Outlaw Open Modifieds raced, but they kind of paced themselves over the course of the event.
Yeah, the guy who is good about maintaining the equipment, the tire usage, is Sean McKennedy. The problem is sometimes that's not so easy when you're in the lead. You want to hold on to that top spot, but at the same time you don't want to overuse the race car. And McKennedy getting a formidable challenge from Matt Swanson, who's right there on the back bumper, gives him a little tap into turn 3. And of course there's Ronnie Williams looking to make a move as well in the third spot in the number 50. And don't count out Keith Rocco. Rocco looking for a little revenge after having to drop out of the Thompson-07 modified feature. He's out there in Dan Avery's number 10, currently in the 4th spot.
Down to a 3 and 4 they go. McKennedy out front, back across the stripe, 5 down to the 50-lap main event. High speed, Thompson action down into turn number 1. McKennedy over Swanson in the number 2 spot. Ronnie Williams is comfortable in third. Top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the pack here as they go into turn number 3. 6 laps are complete in the early stages of the Twisted T50.
Well, McKennedy certainly would like to go flag to flag here, but he's feeling the pressure from Matt Swanson, who's right there in the 89. And look at the move by Ronnie Williams as he dives down on the inside. No room to get up in between Swanson and the 79 of McKennedy. So that move, mainly experimental, if you will, by Ronnie Williams, because he not able to get up in between those two guys, and he will not attempt it again this time into turn 3.
8 laps are complete. McKennedy, different strategy for him in this one, probably given his starting spot, but the last 50-lap showdown as Ronnie Williams makes the pass on Swanson for second. In the last 50-lap showdown, McKennedy saved his stuff. Ran third or so most of the race, started making a charge late, took the win. Tonight he's out front for the first 9 laps.
He's got a little bit of a cushion over Ronnie Williams. And Matt Swanson, it's possible that Swanson had said, well, let me save some here for the end. As Ronnie Williams was able to get around, so Swanson shuffled back to third. Rocco 4th. Mikey Flynn is 5th. Cam McDermott is 6th. Chris Pastriak is 7th as they head down the backstretch.
Yeah, nice and spread out up at the front. The battle right now, as you mentioned there, between Pastriak and McDermott. That's for 6th spot. Side by side across the stripe. Pastriak's got a dead time by. As they go through turn number 1, he's cleared here. Zachem now under attack, trying to get the beat of McDermott. Noah Corner is right there with him, already 12 laps into the main event.
Challenge for the lead as Ronnie Williams got down underneath John McKennedy, but could not make it stick. Unable to get around McKennedy and get back up in front of him, and McKennedy takes advantage of that by gaining a couple of car lengths on Ronnie Williams, and he will lead as they cross the stripe to complete 13 laps of the Twisted Tea Midsummer 50 for the Outlaw Open Modifieds. They get a little strung out up front.
I was just about to say, down in the middle of the field, the racing is tighter than it is up front. McKennedy's got 3 car lengths on Ronnie Williams at lap 14. There's really no challenge for third as Swanson's comfortable there. Rocco Mikey Flynn, the top 5. Rocco, about a car length and a half, 2 car lengths over Flynn. So they've strung out a little bit. Ronnie Williams is trying to mount a charge to John McKennedy with 15 laps complete as they cross that time by. Still 35 to go, but right now McKennedy looking pretty good here. He's led them all in the Christopher's towing number 79.
Ronnie Williams stays within striking distance. They have put some space between themselves and Matt Swanson, who's all by himself in third. Now Keith Rocco feeling the heat from Mikey Flynn as they race off of turn 2 and down the backstretch.
Yeah, Flynn's got a good car right now at this point of the race, trying to get a run around that pink and black number 10. Takes a look to the inside through 3 and 4, dives downstairs, side by side off the corner, and Flynn's got the spot. Keith Rocco shaking that car down tonight, trying to get the feel he needs in it, but not having it early here as he's back to the 5th spot. Paschiak 6th is trying to take it away there and jump up into the top 5 as they come across the line. Lap number 18 on the board. Paschiak goes to the bottom and goes to 5th. The 5 car breaks into the top 5.
Yeah, Rocco getting gobbled up here over the last couple of laps as Flynn got around him and started to drive away, and now the same for Pastriak.
Williams, you got to wonder how much Ronnie Williams has in the tank, or vice versa, how much McKennedy has in the tank. They've been running about the same lap times here of late as they cross at lap number 20 with 30 to go. Just about mirroring each other. They've got the 2 best cars at this point as the field rockets off turn number 2.
Well, I think that Ronnie Williams might be in save mode at this point, knowing that he would need to make a late race charge, as we haven't quite gotten to the halfway mark yet. That might be go time for these guys. McKennedy has stretched it out a little bit, but as we said at the beginning, McKennedy, who's normally a guy who's an equipment saver, has had to stay with it if he's wanted to stay in the lead.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see when they get to halfway, just a couple of laps from now, how much he's used up that race car. Meanwhile, another guy that was right up there battling for the lead in the early stages is Matt Swanson. Even though he is still third, he has faded quite a bit to our 2 leaders. But he is in no threat of being passed, as about the same distance he is behind Ronnie Williams. Mikey Flynn is behind Matt Swanson, so it's about the same distance from 2nd to 3rd as it is from 3rd to 4th. As now we see the cross flags in the air. We're halfway through the Twisted Tea Midsummer 50, and let's see if any of these guys go to the afterburner now for the second half of this Twisted Tea event.
We get down to this point of the race, you got to find out for sure what Ronnie Williams has got. If he's going to be able to mount a charge, or if he's going to be stuck where he is here as they come back across and head down the back straightaway one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, 26 laps up on the board. And right now, it is all McKennedy by 4 car lengths now over Ronnie Williams as they come back across the stripe. See how it shakes out here in the final stages as they come down into turn number 3. Back off the corner.
Yeah, McKennedy a little bit quicker on the stopwatch, and he's put a little distance between himself and Ronnie Williams. The question remains, have we seen all that Williams has got so far? Okay, but then again, as we've been pointing out, McKennedy won this last month, and does he come back with the same setup because it worked so well for him a month ago? We'll find out as we've got 20 laps to go at this point. And again, looking at the clock, that time Ronnie Williams just a little bit quicker. And it's going to be that way, I think. They'll trade off fast laps.
The guy I'm watching right now, Pete, is Chris Bastiak. He's closed in on Mikey Flynn a bit in the race for the 4th position. Bastiak worked his way earlier by Keith Rocco into 5th. He had also gone by McDermott. And right now he's chasing down Mikey Flynn for that spot. Keith Rocco is faded in the 10.
Okay, he's all the way back to 9th at this point.
Not what he was looking for sure.
But we'll check the separation, and it has grown over the last lap. It's 0.7 McKennedy over Ronnie Williams. So McKennedy, if anything, has picked the pace up a little bit. We'll check the lap time this time by. McKennedy not as quick as the previous lap, but still quicker than Ronnie Williams.
I think it's McKennedy's race, Pete, unless something happens here.
Well, he certainly won't want to see a caution flag.
Well, that'll be the last thing he wanted to see here with just 15 laps to go when he hits the strike next time by. Bastiak and Mikey Flynn still close, battling for that 4th spot.
All right, 15 laps to go. And McKennedy has opened it up to exactly 1 second over Ronnie Williams, so he's picked up 3/10 just over the last couple of laps. Going to have to deal with one of the lap cars. That's Glenn Steiger getting passed by McKennedy to go down another lap. And Matt Swanson, who we thought maybe he'd show some more speed here in the late stages of the race, he hasn't closed on those guys. Mikey Flynn and Chris Pastriak are setting up for a pretty good battle. That is the race for the 4th spot. Flynn has it. Pastriak's peeking on the inside, but did not make the move that time. Oh, a spin out of turn 4.
Glenn Steiger's around this
row. And Cam McDermott outside in the 8. Rocco back out there in the 10. Noah Corner in the 31. Sutcliffe and Steiger round out the rest of the field with 37 laps complete. Here they come. Green flag.
Yeah, McKennedy gets the jump on the outside. Leads him down into turn number 1 as they come back off of turn number 2. No challenge yet from Ronnie Williams. McKennedy opens it back up. 2 car lengths out at the front of the field as they go down into turn number 3.
Off the 4th turn they come, and McKennedy tries to lengthen that lead, and he does. He picks it up now 3 car lengths over Ronnie Williams, and he's trying to pour it on for more as he heads down the backstretch. McKennedy trying to go 2 in a row in the Outlaw Open Modifieds here at Thompson. Ronnie Williams with a strong 2nd. Matt Swanson trying to reel him in from 3rd. Flynn for 4th. Pastriak 5th. McDermott is 6th. And trouble again out of turn 4.
Glenn Steiger is around the 48.
Ivan Ronnie Williams in the 50. Pace car gets ready to pull off. And here we go with 39 laps complete of the Twisted Tea Midsummer 50. Green flag.
Green is back on. McKennedy gets the jump. Leads the charge again as they go down into turn number 1. Now Matt Swanson trying to set his sights on your leaders. They come off of turn number 2. Whoa! Pastriak in the wall.
As they head out of turn 2 and down the backstretch, pace car will wisely get out of the way, and we will turn them loose with 39 laps complete out of the Twisted Tea Midsummer 50. Green flag.
Swanson got a better launch this time, but McKennedy's still able to clear as they go down to turn number 1. McDermott's up to 3rd.
Yeah, good run for Cam McDermott, up to 3rd. Mikey Flynn is fourth. Noah Corner in the fifth spot in the 31. 10 laps to go.
Down to the final 10 of the 50-lap dash for cash presented by Twisted Tea. Right now, John McKennedy's got the field twisted in his rearview mirror with 10 to go. Swanson in the second spot trying to close in here as they come to the line with 9 laps remaining.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt Swanson's thinking, what can I do different? How can I drive this track differently to try and gain some ground? But McKennedy has put a little breathing room between the two of them and is running his line and basically turning the same speeds he was back even at the halfway mark. So he continues to gain ground on Matt Swanson and continues to drive away, trying to make it 2 in a row here at Thompson.
Yeah, Ronnie Silk won the 2 tri-track races here to start the year. McKennedy trying to go back-to-back in the open modifieds as part of the dash for cash. Both of those names will be back on the track when the tour is here in August the 6th on a Wednesday night. Back to the line they come with 6 to go.
A pretty good battle for the 5th spot right now. Keith Rocco gets around Noah Corner and goes to 5th. Also on the outside, Narducci. He goes to 6th, and Noah Corner loses a couple of spots just in that lap. And he gets shuffled back to the 6th spot.
4 to go this time by for the Christopher's Towing, number 79, John McKennedy. Trying to go back-to-back in the dash for the cash. $5,000 up for grabs this evening. And he is clear sailing down the back straightaway. That number 79 has been stout all day since practice started. And he's stout again here in the main event with 3 to go.
They will keep those notes handy to run the Thompson 150 for the NASCAR Wheeler Modified Tour coming up on August 6th. McKennedy's going to be pretty happy with his race car and will be thrilled to get to that race now less than a month away. 2 laps to go in this one. Oh, and a spin, that's Steiger again, and he catches the inside wall this time.
2 to go, McKennedy versus Swanson for the win in the Outlaw Open Modified Series as they come back off of turn number 4. $5,000 on the line for the restart. Green flag is out, and McKennedy gets the jump again.
Yeah, with that advantage of being on the outside, he will lead them down into turn 1. Swanson will throw everything he's got at it, but McKennedy starts to pull away on the backstretch. Coming around to get the white flag this time. McKennedy, Swanson, Flynn, and McDermott. Down the backstretch. 2 more turns to go for John McKennedy to double up here at Thompson. And go back-to-back in Outlaw Open Modified competition. John McKennedy wins. He is the winner of the Twisted Tea.
Thing is just that good right now here at Thompson Speedway. The last one you waited a little bit, saved some equipment, drove back through. This one the opposite story, leading all 50 laps.
Yeah, I went a little bit harder there at the beginning than I wanted, to be honest, but I wasn't too sure with the weather. I know there was a threat of rain, so obviously if we got around the halfway, I knew they'd call it if it did rain, so I just kind of wanted to keep myself up front and just take the gamble. But luckily we had a really good car, and at times I could kind of just, pace myself a little bit, then kind of go. And the car was really good up until the very end. Those last few restarts, the tires kind of gave up at that point, as well as everyone else. And it was a little bit on edge there at the end, but everyone's in the same boat. But great to be back here at Thompson. It's turned out to be a great track for me here the last 6 months. Handful of wins now with a couple different series. Yeah, We're on a good roll.